Hello, friends. We know that the humans have to take the next leap in their evolution, in their advancement, and we know that the brain chip has been around for a very long time. So, in today's video, we are going to discuss what is going on in the area of brain chip and where it is going to take the humanity. All right, so I think when we talk about brain chip, it has a lot to do with the brain itself, and brain is a naturally occurring electronic device. It is like a computer which can naturally exist, and it actually offers memory. It offers processing power. It also offers whole lot of other controlling mechanisms which you expect from an electronic device and since it's an electronic device, we should be able to control a brain somehow, or probably give more control to the brain using some external devices, and this is exactly what the brain chip is intending to achieve. Well, there are several companies who are doing research in the area of brain chip. Brain chip is a device which will be installed just inside your head with connectors all across, and there is a company which is funded by Mr. Elon Musk. His name is a company's name is Neuralink, and they are actually doing lot of research, and he is not the only one. There are others who are also doing research in the area of enhancing human capabilities. So the brain chip requires a chip to be installed inside your brain or on top of your head on the screen, so that it creates sort of an interface between other devices like your mobile phone or internet or visual devices or even limbs directly to the brain, so that you can actually do many activities. So when we talk about installing a brain chip, we have to basically so brain chip is like a interface between the outside world and with the brain, which is your brain. So that is why the next set of evolution will be determined by brain chip, and when we talk about brain chip, it has to be connected to the brain itself, because we know that there are certain areas in our brain which controls different aspects. Some areas in our brain control their thinking power, some controls their visual, audio, movement, etc. So in order to have an effective brain chip technology, the brain chip has to be connected thoroughly with the brain itself. So it requires surgically implanting the connectors with the areas where all these different activities are taking place, and that is a very very specialized surgery. Touching the brain, it's like very very specialized. So Neuralink and others also are developing a robotic surgeon which would accurately connect these connectors, these wires, to respective areas inside your brain. And these wires will be extremely thin, probably 100 times thinner than the thickness of the human hair, and there will be at least 20 connectors in different parts of the brain, so that these impulses can be transmitted via the brain chip to the external devices, and these inputs can also be brought into the brain, so that the brain now has more inputs for processing further. So this is where the core of the technology is. We are not basically going too much in depth, but I'm just making you aware that using this brain chip technology, I think when we start implementing the brain chips, we will actually look for certain ailments which cannot be cured, things like blindness. So if there is a permanent damage to your optic nerve, there is nothing you can do about it. However, if you can send direct input from a camera into the brain itself, it won't matter if your optic nerve is damaged or it is not working. So therefore, when we talk about when we start implementing brain chip in humans, I think the first implementation would be to basically look at these disabilities like blindness and also paralysis, because once you are paralyzed, certain strokes of paralysis will actually even prevent you to speak. So if you are paralyzed, then your movement is not possible, and also speaking is not possible, and sometimes eating is also not possible. It's a life-threatening situation, and it happens because of the when the link between the body and the brain snaps, then the paralysis happens. So I think if you basically implant a brain chip and create link wirelessly or using a wire directly from the brain chip to your limbs, then it will be you are providing a solution to paralysis. It won't matter that you are paralyzed. And this is where the starting point is. There could be other ailments which the brain chip, if by installing brain chip, you can actually resolve. So I think the next level of push with regard to brain chip technology in human would happen because of the advancement in AI. Now, the promoter of Neuralink and generally people by and large know that if the AI becomes self-aware and becomes a sentient being, if the AI start thinking that they are living, then as per the theory of evolution, they will go behind the next competition, and that is the humans. So humans need to also evolve. So I think there will be a push created because of the advancement in AI to also enhance humans beyond the capability of the natural means. So that is where the brain chip will play a major role, and there will be a major push when it comes to adapting the brain chip technology. So that is why, as we know, that AI is already advancing and exponentially, and so is the brain chip technology is also advancing. It has been around for many years now, I think, starting from very basic one, and now the processing power has increased when it comes to brain chip technology. Yet we have not done any experiment or any implant in humans to basically resolve some of these issues, whereas the technology is available. So what else can be possible if we have the brain chip? I mean, just to think of the possibilities, if you have a brain chip or a link between your brain and the outside world, you can be directly connected to internet, and you can access the information that you need just by thinking about it. And the brain chip will establish the wireless connection with the internet and get you the information directly inside your brain. And this way, you will not need any device, a mobile device or a PC. You can directly start processing information, access the information directly from the internet, and start seeing the processing or different pages. You can flip around, read a book without even opening your eyes. You can just read it inside your brain. So these are the advantages. In fact, if the brain technology is utilized in this way, the usage of different devices and even televisions will not be required. You can actually start seeing the movies in directly inside your brain. So I think this is going to revolutionize the social fabric. Also, how do we perceive, how do we connect with each other, interconnect with each other, how do we speak, how do we make calls. So I think all of this will change, undergo tremendous change if the brain chip is installed. And this will also enable the instant communication. So for example, you want to speak to somebody, then you need not dial through a mobile phone. You can directly reach out that person, think about it, or probably there will be some gesture based commands or thought based commands using which you will be able to speak to somebody either through video or through some sort of a link or through some sort of connection directly between your brain and the internet. So instant calling, instant messaging, that will happen. And this is something which is changing the society completely. We will not need to travel for a conference. We will not need to travel for recreation. You can reach directly wherever you want, and you can get the direct real input. Say for example, if you're traveling somewhere, you can get the direct input of that place. So this is going to change a lot many things. And then once we basically become expert in using the brain chip technology, resolve the social fabric, obviously, because once we have the brain chip installed, the new applications will come into existence. New way of doing things will be adopted by the society, and society will become truly global society, or probably multi-planet society, and with instant communication happening from brain to brain. So once that happens, then the next step would be to retrofit your body with specialized parts. So you start becoming more of a cybernetic organisms, where you can actually replace your limb on need basis. You can actually you have fitments where you can connect different things to your body, and become a sort of a superhuman. You can plug yourself into the spaceship, and directly spaceship can take care of your life support system. So there could be many possibilities in future. So society of future will completely undergo a tremendous change with this brain chip technology, because it opens up a huge step forward for the future evolution. And now the evolution will be taken up by the, not by natural means, but it will be taken up by the humans directly. And the ultimate step would be not to die. You can actually live forever. So if you want, and if you basically want to live forever, your memories can be directly downloaded, and the memory itself will think that you are a sentient being but living inside a computer. So that way, you there is no need for your physical body to die. You can your physical body can perish, and you can keep retrofitting your physical body. And once the moment comes that no more fitment is possible, you can actually download yourself completely, your brain with all its memory, directly into a computer program, and you become a sentient being, just like an AI, living forever inside a supercomputer. So that is the ultimate possibility. So the brain chip technologies offer a lot of pros. I have covered at a high level what all are possible, but I think we have to also think about the cons, because every good thing also has a flip side of it. So when we talk about cons, I think the biggest con is that you will always remember your memory, because now your memories can be accessed at any point in time on demand, because the software solution will bring all memories whenever you want to see them. So maybe humans are not designed to access your memory all the time, because your memories are although stored in your brain, but you don't access them all the time. So what psychological changes will happen to humans, we don't know, but I think this is a very big thing, where access to your memories always can be a very big change to the human psychology, and we don't know how humans will react to this. So this is one of the big things that I see will happen to humans. Maybe there has to be some sleep pattern changes. How do you access memory? What impact your memories, accessing your memory all the time will have on your psychology? I think that is something that we need to really understand. And then the big thing is about hacking. You can be hacked. Since you're connected to internet, a human will be able to will be prone to hacking and losing control of your body. So there could be a chance where you can be hacked by a malware or a virus, a software virus, and you can become a zombie, or you can be controlled by somebody. And this is a very big risk, and we don't have an answer to this. Although the whole technology about human brain resolving your medical issues sounds very good, but then if you're prone to hacking, then it is a very serious matter which we need to understand. And definitely the hacking will be something which will evolve. Even AI start to hack, because AI can start developing their copies and start hacking you, and that will be the end of it. So I think very serious issue, very serious con about installing the brain chip. And today we are so bothered about advertising. The advertising happens whenever we are watching our a favorite program on TV, or watching a movie on the mobile phones, and suddenly there is this ad which pops up. Obviously you don't want to keep seeing these ads which keep popping up in YouTube videos also. So the holy grail of any company's existence today, whether it is Google, Microsoft, they want to basically track your behavior. They want to do predictive analytics on your behavior, so that they can sell better, they can sell more to you, they can take your money. So you don't want the advertising to just pop up in your brain and you're not even prepared for it, some ad playing in your brain. So apart from utilizing your memory 100% and remembering everything in the past, you are also being bombarded with so many ads which will happen in future. I think that is another thing that we need to know. The whole ecosystem has to evolve. So this is a very big con, because advertisers will start looking at where you're going and then start bombarding with different kinds of advertising. um, Forced labor, there could be a situation where the jobs are available, and suppose you don't want to put a brain chip, or you don't want to basically install a particular software, then the employer can say that, hey, this is a prerequisite. If you don't install a brain chip, or if you don't install a software in your brain chip, then you will not get this job. So prerequisite for getting a job would be to either install a brain chip, so the society will move forward in a very collective manner, or the people who opt out from the brain chip program will be left out from any benefit of the developing society. They will not be getting any jobs. And people actually who install brain chip, they will be controlled by some third party. Maybe they will get work, they may get employment, they will get money, but they will also be controlled by some third party. So this whole technology of brain chip can take this kind of a shape, where the forced labor will be become the norm of any employment. Because any development that we do in a commercial environment, it has to be backed by the money flow. So I think some of these companies will start utilizing the brain chip technology and start making you a controllable computer, even though you are your own personality. So I think what will happen to the personality, we don't know. So this is where the current situation, I am bringing back due to the current situation. So in any case, these companies who are doing a lot of research in the brain chip technology are American companies, and in order to do anything with humans, they need a FDA approval. And believe it or not, all these companies have applied for FDA approval. FDA has not given them any approval as of now. But if the FDA gives the approval, then they can start with human trials. But until this approval comes, they are actually doing research on the animals. And whatever I have told you today is basically a result of brain chip technology tests being done on different animals. And they have shown that the brain chip actually works. Although animal, when they install a brain chip, nobody is asking them to basically take their consent and say that, hey, I'm going to change your personality, I'm going to enhance your different skills, visual skills and physical skills, mental abilities, but do you want it or not? The consent, you have not taken it from the animals. So I think that is one thing which is going on right now. A lot of tests successful testing being done on brain chip. The animal's brain is getting enhanced, thinking power, etc., is getting enhanced as we speak. But since the trial on humans are not allowed, we don't know where this brain technology or when the brain technology will be launched. So it looks very promising for certain cases. It looks disastrous for certain other cases. Nevertheless, I will like to know your thoughts on this, and look forward to receiving your comments. So friends, thanks for watching, and I will catch you again in the next one.